August 23, 1942, Stalingrad. The Volga River flows under a dark, smoky sky, bombs drop without warning, windows shatter inward, fire spreads fast across wooden roofs. In just minutes, the city starts to choke. The German Air Force Luftwaffe attacks in waves. Heinkel bombers fly overhead like machines of death. Streets disappear under falling buildings. Trams burn where they stand. A woman runs, carrying her dead child, not yet knowing it is gone. Adolf Hitler wants this city, not just for military reasons, because of its name, Stalingrad. It is a challenge written on maps and in people's minds. Taking it means breaking the enemy's spirit. Losing it is impossible to accept. The German Sixth Army, led by General Friedrich Paulus, moves east. Long lines of soldiers march through heat and dust, believing the war is nearly won. They have defeated armies before. They trust victory is coming. Inside the city, civilians are ordered not to leave. Factories keep working even as bombs crash through their roofs. Workers sleep next to machines, hands dirty with oil, ears ringing from explosions. The Volga River is the only lifeline. Boats cross under fire. Engines are turned off to stay quiet, drifting through smoke. Soldiers sit next to peasants, bullets next to bags of flour. Every trip across the river is a risk with death. The city burns for days. Oil tanks explode. The river itself catches fire. Smoke blocks the sun. Noon looks like evening. Red Army units arrive straight from the riverbank. Rifles are given out 2 at a time. One man carries the gun, the other the bullets. The order is simple: move forward or die. Among them is Vasily Zaitsev, a hunter from the Ural Mountains. He quickly learns the ruins. Broken concrete becomes hiding places. Silence becomes a tool. Each shot is personal. Each kill slows the enemy by a little. German soldiers reach the outskirts and suddenly stop. There is no clear front line, no safe back area, only destroyed buildings and sudden death. A factory floor turns into a battlefield. A staircase becomes a grave. The tractor factory changes hands many times. Men fight on assembly lines still warm from making tanks. Gunshots echo off steel presses. Blood mixes with machine oil. Civilians hide in basements with no water. Children chew leather belts to stop the hunger pain. Old men listen to artillery and count seconds to guess how close the shells are. At night, whispers travel through the ruins. Soviet scouts crawl through sewer pipes. German patrols shoot at shadows. No one sleeps. Sleeping means dying without knowing. The mental pressure grows like a tight wire. German soldiers write letters they can never send. Soviet soldiers fight knowing that retreat means death by their own side. Far from the ruins, a quiet battle happens. A Soviet intelligence officer, Colonel Nikolai Kuznetsov, listens more than he talks. Through secret messages and spies, he sends Moscow a clear picture of German overconfidence. The Sixth Army thinks the Soviets are finished. This mistake will destroy them. Hitler orders no retreat. Paulus obeys. Maps get redrawn closer and closer to the Volga. Every meter costs many lives. Every building costs whole groups of soldiers. Winter comes, but the fighting continues. Snow falls on burned bricks. Frozen bodies become stiff where they died. Now they are landmarks. The city is no longer a place. It is a feeling: fear, hunger, cold, confusion, survival. By November, Stalingrad is just a skeleton, but it still stands. And the trap is almost ready. November 19, 1942. The open land north of Stalingrad. Before sunrise, the ground shakes. Soviet artillery fires without stopping. Guns destroy the Romanian forces protecting the German sides. Snow swirls through explosions. Men run and disappear in white smoke. The Soviet counterattack starts unseen by those still fighting in the city. Inside the ruins, German soldiers feel something change. A strange silence between explosions. Orders stop coming. Red Army tanks push through frozen ground. T-34 tanks appear from the mist like metal monsters. Infantry follows, boots breaking ice and bones. The trap closes kilometer by kilometer. In a few days, the Sixth Army is completely surrounded. More than 200,000 men are trapped in a city that has already eaten itself. Hitler promises supplies by air. The sky ignores him. German planes crash, burning. Food crates land in Soviet hands, useless to the starving Germans. Rations become tiny crumbs. Horses are killed for meat, then dogs, then rats. Frostbite takes fingers, then feet. Men sleep sitting up. Lying down means never waking. The wounded freeze where they wait. Civilians come out of cellars like ghosts, they search dead bodies for food, some no longer care about uniforms. General Paulus radios Berlin, he asks to break out, the answer is no. A field marshal does not surrender, that is the rule. In command bunkers, maps peel from wet walls, pins mean nothing now. Reality presses in with the freezing cold, Soviet loudspeakers shout across the ruins, they promise warmth, bread, life. German soldiers listen quietly, torn between orders and survival. On January 31, 1943, Paulus surrenders the southern group. 2 days later, the northern group gives up, the guns go quiet. Snow covers the city, bodies lie where they fell months ago. No one moves them. About 90,000 German soldiers march into captivity. Only a few will ever return home. The Volga River keeps flowing, not caring. The human cost is too big to count, families destroyed. Whole units wiped out. A city turned into ash and memory. Stalingrad changes the whole war. For the first time, Hitler's army is not just beaten, it is destroyed. The idea that Germany is unbeatable dies in the snow, but victory feels like deep sadness. Soviet soldiers stand in ruins that were once homes. They have won but lost everything. The wind blows through broken walls. It carries no flags, no speeches, only the echo of what men did to each other here. War demanded everything, Stalingrad gave it, and the world was never the same again.